What's going on, NBA fanatics? This is your friendly neighborhood Memphis Grizzlies, home of Memphis X, and I talk hoops. Today, we are talking about the debacle in LA and the 11-game win streak coming to an end. But first, every hero needs their theme music.
Piano.
Grizz gang, go hard. Baddest in the game, we be on one. I talk hoops, so secure. All up on the court, but we gon' score. Memphis bringing heat straight from Tennessee. Demo respect and let's go for he that MVP.
Well, obviously, what happened last night was very deflating for Grizz Nation. The Grizzlies lost to the Lakers 122-121 on a last-minute crash by the entire team, basically. Desmond Bane gets stripped by Dennis Schröder, and they give up a three-point play, and then Brandon Clark gets fouled on a putback with a chance to tie the game up and only makes one of two free throws, and the Grizzlies lose by one. And this game marked a long, well, I guess it's been a long time since we've seen some of the flaws and the foils of the Grizzlies lineup come to face. And the number one thing was Dillon Brooks, 4 of 17 from the field, 6 personal fouls, 17 shots, 9 points. Yeah. Let me say that one more time. 17 shots, 9 mother flipping points. That is beyond pitiful. And it seems like every 2 weeks or so, we are reminded about how fragile this thing is, how fragile it is in the playoffs, how thin the margins are as far as the difference between winning and losing. It could be a possession here, a possession there. And then you remember that you are trying to win an NBA championship with a variable like Dillon Brooks. And as much as I praise him for his defense, and as much as I understand that he is needed because he is one of the only guys we got that can play against physical wings, I think he needs to be replaced. Now, it's not going to be an easy job to replace him, but I think that to win a championship, you just cannot have that big of an unknown. Now, understand, I'm not saying that this loss was totally Dillon's fault. Ja Morant didn't play well. Desmond Bane didn't play well. Jaren Jackson didn't play well offensively. So, this was really the 4 best players not playing well, because Tyus Jones and Brandon Clark had a very good game. Both of them scored 20 points. Brandon Clark had 20 and 10, 2 blocks. Tyus Jones had 20 points, 4 threes. So, you know, we can't say it was the bench, even though I would have liked for Zion Williams to make some of those wide open threes that he was getting. But that's another thing. We can't really depend on him to make threes at this point, even if they're wide open corner threes. He just hasn't throughout his career made them consistently enough. So, you know, I believe they're planning on having Danny Green in that role anyway. So, that's not a big deal. But starting small forward in the closing lineup is a bigger deal. So, 11-game win streak comes to an end. And the one thing you get to know after seeing the Grizzlies get into it with Shannon Sharpe is online you get to understand that the Memphis Grizzlies are probably the most hated team in the NBA. Yes, in about a year's time, the Grizzlies went from the most loved team in the NBA to the most hated team in the NBA with no change in behavior. They've done the same things for the last 3 years. But somehow now they're the most hated team in the NBA, and it's pretty universal. Every other fan base hates the Grizzlies. All other media members hate the Grizzlies. And it's funny as hell to me. But, it is what it is, and I will embrace it, and I love it. So I will just listen, love the negative comments, have all the other fan bases cheering and rejoicing every time the Grizzlies lose a game, because I know what's coming. Y'all, we're going to get ready for that parade on Beale Street and let this little loss flow down our back like water on a duck. And we will be back for the next game against Phoenix. Peace.